Hey class, welcome to English 101 at Campbell. I'm Mr. Ninny. I am your instructor this semester, and I wanted to let you all know that I am actually not going to be here on Monday night because my wife is in labor. She was scheduled to go in on the 1st, was the due date, but it happened a little earlier than we anticipated, so I'm going to miss Monday, but I will be there the following class, and for the rest of the semester I'll be the instructor. So I appreciate your patience and sincerely apologize I can't make it, but obviously when your wife is in labor, it's somewhere you need to be. So appreciate that and hope you guys can move forward without me. So the first thing I want to do is talk to you guys a little bit about the class itself. One thing that we will be doing is looking at writing as well as the research aspects of things. We start the semester kind of looking at the way that you write, generally speaking, and you incorporate things into your writing. We use the text a little bit as well as other resources. We'll visit the library and make sure that we understand what's going on there. And we'll also, by the end of the semester, we'll be ending with a 5 to 7 page essay, which has citations in it. So we will go a long way from where we start to finish the semester. My intention is to have posted your syllabus as well as a class schedule. And by class number 2, remember we have Labor Day off, so it'll be another week before we meet even after this. I need you guys to look at the homework on the class schedule and read it. It's important that you do that. We have to discuss the process of writing as well as other things. This is an interesting concept that you guys are probably getting used to. Some of you may be new to college altogether. Some of you may have never had a night class before, but one thing that I get a lot of kickback on is people really do enjoy having the environment where we have time to work together and get things finished. And it's also a bit of a smaller class as opposed to some of the lectures that might be a little too much for people. So what I want to do just briefly is go over my syllabus, because I think the first thing that we have to do is create an understanding of what the expectations are in the classroom. So if you want to download the syllabus and have it in front of you now, that'd be great. If you're going to look at it later, that's fine. I'll explain the key concepts while that's happening. The first thing you'll see is that we have certain texts, and you should buy all the texts. The textbooks are available in the bookstore or online. You can probably get by until the 14th, I think it is, with not the 14th, but it's going to be September 12th that I will see you again. You can probably make it till the 12th if you're waiting to get textbooks in from Amazon or somebody. But we will use them both. One is the They Say, I Say with readings. The other is the Little Brown Handbook. It's not little and it's not brown, but it's what they've named it. So that's the one you're going to look for. Some suggested items, just make sure you have some space so you don't get lost. Your essays don't get lost. Course format, there will be some online things that happen here from time to time, and I want to make sure that you all are aware of that. So you will need to have internet access, which if you're on campus you do, and it doesn't hurt to have some sort of laptop you can bring, especially as we get into workshopping with our essays. Alright, student services, as is important that you understand that student services, I have to have documentation. If you need anything special, I have to have documentation in order to give you that service. If there's any further questions on that, we can talk about it. The breakdown of your actual grades, if you're following along, the first thing, we have formal writing assignments worth 60%. That means that each essay is going to be worth roughly 20%, or it might be broken down into a different format depending on how things shake out. But overall, your essays in total will be 60%. There is a test that'll be about the rhetorical fallacies, which we'll get to. The other thing is a project. At the end, we conclude with the idea of a debate. The reason we do a debate is because this class is, essentially trying to help us develop better arguments, and what better way to find out if you've learned anything by the end than in a debate. So you've got the option for a debate to help your grade, which is something that's a presentation-based thing, and there's also a test. So either way you excel, you have that opportunity. Whew, excuse me. All right. Next thing, there's some critical success strategies and the attendance policy. So the attendance policy is a little strange with this extended period. So you can miss one class, no big deal, no harm, no foul. I don't even have to know where you are or what you've been doing. But if you keep in contact with me, I can help you get things made up. If you don't, not much I can do to help you. So the second one, if you miss a second period, you're starting to push the limits of how much you're supposed to miss, and the third, you can be dropped. So obviously keep track. And so this helps because if you know in advance that you have to go to a concert or you have to go to a lecture or something like that, certainly let me know, and I will do my best to make sure that I help you get what you need. So if you miss anything or workshop or any handouts or anything. All right, some additional info. Obviously with cell phones and everything, that's not a fight I want to deal with. So obviously let's not even discuss that. You don't need them unless it's an emergency to be deemed by whoever, I suppose. Late work, I don't accept a whole lot of late work with the exception of the larger essays. And each day you lose 7% overall. And that's simply because, late is late. You have plenty of time to work on these things. All right, so there's a student acknowledgement, and this is going to need signed and turned in. All right, the other thing I want to do is, as you're kind of looking through the Blackboard, there's a lot of things there that'll help you. I would like you all to go to the very bottom where it says text alerts. And text alerts is going to give you all an option to get text alerts, which means that I don't have your information. All right, it's not me getting your info. It's actually not a phone at all. It's a push notification. If you know phones, you know what that is. So there's no actual exchanging of phone numbers at all. Trust me, I don't want that probably any more than you do. But this is good because when it comes down to Blackboard and online campus mail, it's not always as effective as we want it to be. But this push notification system is one where if I want to say, hey, we're going to the library tonight, just a reminder. Hey, we've got weather conditions that are difficult, so stay home, right? That could happen. We get snow a lot. So go ahead and sign on that, get that taken care of. I'll start to get notifications, and that'll be great. And I think for the most part, that's about all I wanted to discuss with you this semester in reference to the syllabus and the other handouts. What I will do is I will probably post a discussion board later. So be looking for that, and I'll post announcements, and hopefully that'll be something that you guys know how to use and can figure out pretty quickly. All right, so this is the basic intro to the class, and I hope that you're getting this and it's coming through because it's a YouTube video, so it should work. All right, thank you all, and I look forward to seeing you all on the 12th.